I feel so much more confident now. I can open up Mailchimp. I know what I'm doing. Everything takes less than half the time it used to take.
My name is Eilish Bouchier, and what I do is, my tradition is as a designer, as a creator.
My name is Ian Vadas, and I run a small branding agency.
My name's Jo Klima. I've been running the Darling Tree for a few years now.
So I'm a web designer. I've been doing web design for a long time, maybe like more than a decade, 10, 12 years.
I'm Melissa Camara Wilkins. I'm a writer. I write at melissacamarawilkins.com.
I had a multitude of people coming from different places to my website, and they would all kind of go in the same list. And there wasn't really a plan for that list.
So I thought I knew everything, but then when you had this course, I just realized that I actually didn't know anything about Mailchimp.
Mailchimp drove me crazy. I felt like I didn't know what I was doing, and I wanted to try new things to grow my list, and I just didn't know how to get started, and I didn't feel confident about any of it, and I wasn't finding the answers I needed anywhere.
I needed to up my game, and I trust what you have, so I know that you've been using Mailchimp for a while. So I thought, okay, Paul has this amazing community, and he uses Mailchimp, so it has to be like a go-to.
I think everything that you produce is a really high standard, and so I could trust that, if you'd put it together, that it would be a great course.
I try to look at, when I'm buying a course, as something that I'll be able to resell the knowledge, if I'm able to, I look at it that way as sort of like an investment. Like, okay, it could be a personal investment, but also if I can, if it's has to do with something I could offer to my clients, then I'm definitely gonna do that.
I just felt so man, I'm getting it.
And even though I'd used Mailchimp for years, there was still, just heaps of little tips and tricks that even I didn't realize were in Mailchimp, which the course helped with a lot.
Well, I knew what I wanted to figure out from Mailchimp, and I knew I couldn't figure it out on my own, and I figured you might know, because you seem to know all the things about Mailchimp. So I did, and you did know all the things I needed to know. I figured out content upgrades. I figured out segmenting. My list now is sorted by where people signed up and what they signed up for.
Once I got Chimp Essentials, it definitely cleared up a lot of things in Mailchimp that before were much harder to understand, like segmenting groups and that sort of thing.
Recently, I had a product launch that I knew not everybody on the list was going to be into, and I didn't know who needed it or wanted it. And so I was able to use some of the things I learned in the class to segment people and only send the messages to people who wanted them, which was fabulous. So I ended up making some people really happy and not annoying the other people. And that was just really, really great.
I'm spending more time on what I need to do in terms of, my creation. And for me, that's what my business is about, is teaching people how to get some time for them so that they can spend time living and creating. And that is what I feel the course, it's a part of what I'm doing, but it's what it does.
Knowing who had already bought the course and who still hadn't, or who had been interested because they've clicked each time, and being able to, reach out to them a little bit more, and all these things that just help me just run all my offerings and my website much better.
If anybody's on the fence of learning Mailchimp, and I think it's a really, really great course.
I feel so much more confident now. I can open up Mailchimp. I know what I'm doing. Everything takes less than half the time it used to take me. It was just this awful time suck and energy suck. And I was like, I don't want to do mail. And now it's fine. It's fun. I have new ideas about things I can send and ways to send and who to send things to and who wants what when. And it feels like possibility now, where before it was like this awful chore.